Hey, welcome everybody to today's Friday live coaching call, the lazy way to turn AI into cash, even if you are starting from scratch. Hey everyone, Tom Gaddis here. And today I'm going to be showing you something that's going to completely change how you think about making money with AI. What if I told you there's actually a lazy AI service that can generate anywhere from $149 to $499 per month per client that literally every business owner desperately needs? And you, the person on the other side, can automate pretty much all of it and set it up in less than 30 minutes. Now, you may be thinking, Tom, that sounds too good to be true. But here's the thing, while everyone else is out there chasing complicated AI services that take months to master, the smart people have been quietly building a business around a boring service that practically sells itself. In fact, you may have missed this, but last month, one of our community members, Norm, shared this. Check this out. I'm going to share my hold on, I'm going to share my screen here. This, I don't think we gave this a much as much attention, if I can talk there. I don't think we gave this as much attention as it deserved last month when he shared this, because this kind of went under the radar. But Norm posted this in our insiders school group. So he has just over 1,000 businesses listed on his directory, and he has now gotten 84 of those listings to sign up for a $589 per month Google Business Profile Optimization service. Like, I want you to think about that for a second. That's 84 people each month paying $589. That is, what is that roughly? Oh, $49,476 in recurring revenue each and every month from this very, very simple service. That is huge. And when you see how easy this all is to set up, especially with the new updates, you guys are going to love this. So here's what we're going to cover in today's live coaching call. First, I'm going to reveal the exact lazy AI service that every single business in your town needs, but 90% of them are doing wrong or they're ignoring it completely, right? I'm also going to show you the 3 pricing packages. We've got like a good, a better, a best. You can charge monthly for these. I'm going to show you exactly what to include in each one so that your clients feel like they're getting incredible value. And third, I'm going to do a live demonstration inside of HighLevel, which is our software of choice for managing and fulfilling all this. I'm going to show you how to automate 90% of the fulfillment using AI, so you can literally just set it and forget it. And finally, I will reveal an add-on service that your wholesale cost is only $30, but that you can charge $99, $199, even more, and it is zero additional work on your part. It's just all handled in the background automatically. It is pure profit in your pocket. Now, here's where it gets even better. This whole thing just isn't another foot in the door service, right? This naturally leads to higher ticket things. We have people getting clients at $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 per month selling additional services, because once you're in there doing this for them, once you're managing their Google Business Profile for them, they will beg you to handle their other AI needs. And it's a natural extension of that. So if you're tired of complicated AI services that require months of learning, if you want something that literally every business owner understands the value of immediately, and if you want to start making recurring revenue this week, not next month, not in 60 days, not in 90 days, then you need to stick around for every minute of today's coaching call, because I'm going to give you the complete system, the pricing, the processes, the automation, even the exact words to say to prospects. This is the same system that's helped our community members go from 0 to 10K per month in their first 90 days. So grab a pen, grab some paper. I've also got an awesome PDF to give you as part of this. Just sit back, relax, grab a cool drink, because I'm going to share with you what could literally be the turning point in your AI business journey. So let's dive in. Welcome, everybody. Now that we got that little introduction out of the way, Iko, I'm glad. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun today. So I do have a lot of stuff to cover. So let me just dive right in. And then at the end, we'll do our normal shark shout outs and we'll take some questions. So I kind of spilled the beans on what the service is, right? It's Google Business Profile Management. So for those of you that may be new, let me share my screen again and kind of just walk you through what we're talking about here. So I'm just going to open up. A new tab here. I'm going to go to google.com. So for those of you that don't know, Google, they give every business a free Google Business Profile, right? So they put these listings live online, and then it's up to the business owners to claim them and fill them out and do all that stuff. Some of you may recognize this strategy, right? We actually have a software that has a strategy very similar where we give people free listings and we get them to claim them and add their information. And we use that to sell additional marketing services. Well, Google does the same thing. They give people these free Google business profiles, then people need to get them optimized, and then you can buy ads through them, and they sell other services on the back end as well. But a lot of business owners really have no idea about their Google business profile, aside from like, well, they know maybe they should claim it, but maybe they're not even clear on that, but they have no idea how to optimize it and actually make it work for them and their business. So here's what a Google business profile looks like. So I'm just going to search up like electrician. We'll just do electrician, Manhattan, Kansas. I used to live in Manhattan, Kansas, near the stadium there. So you'll see on the search page, there's these sponsored listings here. And then right here, there's this business section. So these are the Google business profiles. So this is actually what Google, I think they call this Google Maps, right? So each one of these corresponds to a dot on this map. And these are their free listings. And you can see, Google does various things. So some have directions, some have websites. Like this one doesn't have directions, but it has a website. The reason that is because this person is probably registered as a service area instead of an exact address. So if you're like an electrician who's working out of their house, maybe you don't have a physical office, you're just an independent electrician working out of your garage. Well, you don't want to give out your home address. So Google allows you to actually create a profile as a business serving an area. And so you put in your home address, but Google never shows it publicly. They basically just show like you in a certain area that you've specified where you service. So that's why you see some of these that don't have directions on them. This one, like H&L Electric, it has directions, but there's no website. That's because they don't have a website. So if you've seen any of my other videos or trainings on what we call the already done method, this is a prime prospect for that, right? So, there's a couple more in here too. So this is part of Google Business Profile Optimization, is if you have a website, having it connected to your Google Business Profile. And if you don't, you should have a website connected there, right? This person has a scheduling thing set up. So you can see, I see a lot of opportunity in this list right here in this area. So if you're in Manhattan, Kansas, I'd probably do the search. These would be great people for what I'm going to talk about today, right? So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about actually managing this service, this Google business profile for this business. And so what does all of that entail? Well, it's adding good quality pictures for them, right? This one has some great pictures on it. It's making sure all this information is correct and regularly updated. Like in your business hours section, we just had Veterans Day this week, right? Anybody go to a business only to find out they weren't open? Or maybe you looked online and they didn't have in here that they might have different hours for Veterans Day. And so you went there and they were closed. Well, this is a place a lot of people look to see like what's going on with your business. So if you're going to be closed certain times or things like that, you would want to come in here and update this around those holidays and do those types of things, making sure it also shows reviews. So monitoring these, responding to them, that's part of the service. And then also making regular updates to your Google business profile. So I don't see any on this one, but like you can click over to reviews and see reviews, right? And if the person makes posts on their profile, they will show up on here. I don't see it on here, so I don't know that this person is actually doing that, but you should be, making posts and things like that as well on your Google profile. And it will show you here. You can kind of take a look at some of that stuff. So that's really what Google Business Profile is. It's pretty simple. We take this Google profile and we either help them get it claimed, or if they have it claimed, we help them optimize it, fill it all out. And then we can do some things along the way to help it show up higher in this ranking. So you'll notice, like in this business page, there's really only 3 businesses that get prime real estate on the front page. Everything else you got to click this more businesses for. So these 3 spots right here are highly valuable. Whenever you hear people talking about local SEO, this is a lot of times what they're talking about, right? So getting in this 3-pack, managing and optimizing your Google Business Profile is part of that process. So this can lead to more SEO work, the different things like that as well. Okay. So let's go and take a look at some of these services, and let me kind of talk about the different pricing packages, show you kind of what I recommend if you're starting out. Then we'll talk about fulfillment. I'll show you the listing service and some additional things you can add on, and then we'll take questions and we'll do all that stuff as well. So first, I have this great PDF for you. Cameron and the team put this together, which is really awesome. It's got all the information that we're going to talk about today. So here's the way that you get this PDF. So if you are watching this video, I have a free training called the Smart AI Launch Lab. It's free. So if you go sign up for the training, on the thank you page after you sign up, there will be a link to this document that has all of these different bonus PDFs and different things I've put together for different trainings and videos and all that stuff. So not only will you get this PDF from today, but you will also get all of these other bonus PDFs with the videos they go with and all that stuff as well. So all you have to do is go to my AI Smart Lab or Smart AI Launch Lab training, sign up. It's free. On the thank you page under the video, when you get there, there'll be a link to that bonus document and you can get access to all the PDFs and all that stuff. I will also drop a link in the comments below this video. Well, or if you just want to leave a comment, I'll send you that link over. That's even better. Leave a comment. I'll send you over a link to the Smart AI Launch Lab. You can sign up. You get all the bonuses and all that stuff as well. Okay, so let's talk about some. So there's a little more stuff in here with like the components of what goes in this and all that. So I'm not going to go into all the details of that. We talked about kind of the big ones, the images, the business descriptions, all that stuff. I really want to spend some time talking about the fulfillment side of this as well. So let's talk first about the pricing though, because you may be wondering, well, like what can I charge for this, right? Well, here's some example pricing plans. And a lot of this just depends on how much ongoing work you're going to do on a monthly basis. So, back in the old days, a Google Business Profile was like you optimized it and then you didn't really have to do anything with it. But now you really need to make regular updates to it, make sure the pictures are current. You also want to, post. You can make posts on your Google Business Profile. You can post things like special offers. You can talk about your services. You can post educational content, different things like that, showcases and case studies, events. So it does help your Google Business Profile to be regularly posting things to it, or your client's profile as well. So what would I recommend charging for something like this? Well, you really have a lot of different ways you can go with this. Obviously, you can do this as just a one-off service where all you do is go in and help them claim their business profile and help them get the initial optimization set up. Now, if you do something like that, you can probably charge anywhere from, depending on what you're using it for. Like if you're trying to use it as a foot in the door, maybe you want to do it as a loss leader, meaning you're not looking to make a lot of money from that particular services because you're going to sell them additional stuff. So, you could do it anywhere from $99 to $199 to $299 just to help them claim their listing and get the initial optimization and all that stuff set up. Now, you also have the ability to tack on a monthly recurring element to this service because, like I mentioned, you do want to make regular updates, make posts, pictures, different things like that as well. So if you're going to do something like that, I'd probably recommend, having 3 plans. This is a pretty standard pricing model where you have like a basic, a middle one, the one that most people are going to take, and then like a premium plan, right? So like a basic, a best, and then a better type option. So if you look on the screen here, these are just some examples that you could do for that. So your basic visibility plan, again, you want to keep this just to the basic stuff. So this is the initial setup, optimization, and then you're going to monitor reviews. You're going to give them a monthly report, and you're going to make 4 posts a month. So 1 post a week to their Google Business Profile page. And again, I'm going to show you how to automate almost all of this. Okay, so that could be like your basic plan, and you could charge anywhere from $2.99 a month, or from $149 a month to $2.99 a month for that plan. I know Dorn and Richie and some of the other sharks that are on here. Maybe you guys can, if you don't mind, popping in the chat what you're currently getting for your Google Business Profile services, because I know that they're selling a lot of these. I know Richie is. I know Dorn is. So I know Norm is. So maybe I know Norm's getting $5.89 a month. So maybe you guys can pop that in there for us as well. So the growth plan, your middle plan, could go anywhere from $2.99 to $4.99. So this would be basically everything in the basic plan, but you would give them some review request automation. So what is that? Well, whenever a business deals with the client, they want to get a review, but a lot of them don't have a process or a way to do that. Maybe they're just asking them. So you can actually set up an automated system so that whenever they complete a job or they finish a deal, that the client gets an SMS and an email asking them to leave a review, and you can automate that process and help them generate more reviews that way. And then in this plan, we're doubling the amount of posts we make each month. So instead of 4, we're doing 8 posts a month, right? And then there's the domination plan, which this would be for like a business that's in a very, very competitive niche. Or maybe they have multiple locations. So this would, include, it's just more of what we're doing in all the other plans, right? Just more of what we're doing and helping them set up more and all that kind of stuff. Now, here's a great example of kind of the types of contents that you can post so that you don't get stuck like, what do I post? And you don't post the same things all the time. So this is a very simple 4-week content rotation example that I like to use, where week 1, we do an offer, something like, hey, come in, get 10% off or $100 off or something like that. Or like I have a water damage client where they'll pay the deductible. So we'll put that out there. Hey, we pay up to $500 your deductible. That'll be our special. Week 2, you do something educational, like, again, here's how to spot mold in your house if you're working for a water damage company. And then you can do a showcase case study. Here's a client. Here was their problem. Here's how we fixed it. Here was the result. And then if they do events or review highlights, things like that, you can do that as well. Right. So everybody with me on those plans and that pricing and what that looks like. Okay, great. All right. Let me show you what this looks like on the fulfillment side, because you may be thinking, well, Tom, I don't know anything about Google Business Profile. Like, this is all foreign to me. I'm not a techie person. How do I do this? Well, luckily, HighLevel has rolled out some brand new updates that really make this process really, really easy. So I'm going to go over here. I've got a HighLevel account opened up, and I'm in one of my demo sub accounts, Tom's Agency. So I just want to walk you through real quick how to get access to the Google Business Profile. So the first thing you'll want to do is have your client add you as a manager. That's very simple. So they just log into their Google account. They find their Google Business Profile, and they just assign you as a manager. You can just Google, how do I make someone a manager in my Google Business Profile? It's pretty common knowledge, very easy to do. You can just send them that link. You get them to add you as a manager. And then once you accept that invitation, you will have access to that Google Business Profile via your Google profile. So then you can just connect that inside of HighLevel. So you just go over here to reputation. That's where the Google Business Services live. You just go to Google Business Optimization, and you're not going to have anything here because you don't have any Google Business Profiles connected. So all you do is just click this blue button, and it asks you to log into your Google account. And then you will see a list of all the Google Business Profiles that you're a manager of, and you just select it and you click connect, and boom, you're connected. Now, once you do that, this is what it looks like. So let me go to my other account where I have one of these set up. So once you do that, this is what it will look like. You will see the client's Google business profile information pulled into this HighLevel dashboard. And this is their GBP optimization tab. So again, I got to this tab by clicking on reputation here on the left and then clicking on GBP optimization here in the right. And you can see this is a new thing that HighLevel just rolled out. So what does this do? Well, it gives you a score. So you can see this is this client's score before, like when I first imported it. I've done a few things to it, which has boosted their score. So this is basically how you use this to optimize a profile. It just tells you what to do. So when I first loaded this client in here, this description wasn't green. It was a red exclamation point. Whenever you see a red exclamation point, that's something that you need to fix to improve the score of the Google business profile. So optimizing is really just a matter of going down this list, finding each little thing with a red check mark, and then adding it, right? So, and it'll tell you what to do. So set business attributes, e.g. women-led, wheelchair accessible to enrich your profile. So here, let's add an attribute. I'm going to do this as on-site services. And we'll do, yeah, let's check down here and see what else we've got. Okay, I'm just going to do that. So I'll just pick that one and add it on here. So now you see that check mark went from red to green, and now their score will start to move up, right? So I can go in here and add either a WhatsApp or a text message to fix this part. And I would just go through and make sure all of these things are done, right? Now, this business description, all I did for this was I just went into ChatGPT and asked it to write me a Google business profile optimized description for this client. And ChatGPT did it. And I just copied and pasted it right in here, right? This also shows you what their Google business profile looks like live. So this is what it looks like live, right? So I can see that here as I'm making changes. So this first page is just one part. Next up is this little social profile. So people can communicate via the Google business profile page. So you'd want to make sure to go in here and connect all of their social profiles here so that they have them all. And then you just click save. And then you can also see all the reviews for this Google business profile right here, right? And you can see if the client has responded. So you can see the client responded to these reviews, but these are kind of way back, right? They haven't really generated any new reviews lately. So this is an area, like if I'm optimizing this Google business profile, I look at that and I go, here's something that they could improve on, that they need to do better on. And that's an additional thing that I could provide value to them for by setting up a way for them to generate more reviews on a monthly basis, right? Now, I said review monitoring. So that's what we're talking about in this basic package. So when you talk about a basic package, right, set up an optimization, all I'm talking about is going through this list, making all the red check marks green, going through the social profiles, connecting those. And then we're looking over the reviews, right? That's it. Pretty straightforward. And then the review monitoring, that's this, right? Because it's pulling them in. We can see them here. And let's talk about the 4 monthly posts, because, once we get all of this stuff set up, then we want to make some monthly posts for them. Just like the 4 that I outlined here, we'll probably do something very basic like this: offer educational showcase event highlight. But I don't want to be having to remember to go in and do that. So HighLevel makes this really simple. I can actually just automate all of that in HighLevel. So if I go over here to marketing in the left-hand menu, this opens up the social planner. Now, I've done a lot of videos on the social planner, so I'm not going to go all into all the ins and outs of this, but you can basically post to a Google business profile right from inside the social planner. Now, the way you do that is you click this socials, and one of the options is to connect a Google business profile. So you just connect the Google business profile. And then when you want to make a new post, you can just click new post, and I can select from the list. Here's their Google business profile. Now I can write a Google business profile. I can use a post. I can use AI to write it. So I can say, write me a post making a special $500 discount for mold removal. And I can set the tone, professional, whatever I want, friendly. I can tell it how many variations I want, and to get incoming calls about mold removal. And then I'll just give it a goal, and then I'll just click generate. And now AI will just write the post for me. So I don't even have to do that. So I can literally set down, just in an afternoon and create 4 posts like this, and then just schedule them to go out whenever I want during the month. And then I don't have to do anything else for this client, right? So it'll generate the posts, right? So, I mean, we can say, well, let's use that one. Looks pretty good. It'll put that post there. If I want to add an image, again, I just click this little image button, and I can either create the image using AI, or HighLevel comes with a bunch of royalty-free images as well. So I may click on here and see mold removal. Let's see if there's anything in here. I could go through these and maybe like Unsplash isn't what I want. I can go to Pixabay. I can look on here. Oh, molded cheese. I might be able to find one, or maybe not. Maybe I generate one with AI, right? But let's just say here, I'm just gonna, I didn't mean to click backgrounds there. I'm just gonna do this one. So I just click it. That'll put it in there like that, right? And now I've got a post, super easy to do. And then if I want to, I can save it for later, or I can just click this blue button. I can send it to the client for approval. So in the beginning, when you're first building up trust with the client, you'll probably want to send them to them so they can approve them before they go live. So if I want to do that, I just select this option, and there'll be a little wizard that walks you through the process. And then you won't be able to post it until the client approves it. Or I can schedule the post. I can post now. I'm just going to save this for later. But very easy to create these little posts. Again, 4 posts is not very much. I can use AI to write them, generate the images. I could just set down, within an hour, I could have 4 posts. Less than an hour, probably have 4 posts up and scheduled for that month. I could maybe even schedule these out a few months at a time, so I really don't have to deal with it, right? So, and then you can go back, edit, and do all that stuff from here. So one of the other things that is a natural kind of tie-in to this is reviews, because you're pulling in the Google reviews. You can see them. You're kind of monitoring them for them. So maybe they want you to reply to their reviews for them. And again, HighLevel makes this very, very easy. You'll see when I was over here in the review section, there's this button that says reply smarter with AI. So if I just turn this on, if I just click this button, it will open up the reviews settings. And this is a review AI. And I have it turned on to auto responses. So whenever someone goes to this Google Business Profile and leaves a review, the AI will read it and then respond to it all automatically. I don't have to do anything with it, right? So we can set review responses up. We can also generate review links. We can send these out various ways, a Facebook link, get reviews on Google. There's a review balancing. So maybe you don't want, you want to send out review requests, but you want to get reviews on Google and Facebook. Well, if you turn this on, it will alternate what review links it sends, so that you're just not getting all of one social platform's reviews. You're getting a variety. There's SMS requests, so you can do this all through SMS. You can do email requests. So this is how you set this up. Basically, it would toggle this on. And so now you can set up email notifications asking people to leave reviews after work is completed. You can do the same thing with SMS, WhatsApp. There's a review QR code. You can also turn this on to keep spam reviews from going onto their profile, which is another benefit. You can sell them. And then it integrates with a bunch of other stuff as well. So you can see all of this in one place, right? And this is just the Google Business Profile stuff and the review section. Not to mention, because we're using HighLevel, we could also build a website for them, or set up landing pages, or manage their ads from in here. Like there's so many other services we can bring in and we can control it all from one place right inside of HighLevel. Now, I did want to show you this little a great service to add on to this, because another part of your Google business profile is making sure that you have all your online listings in place. So is everybody here familiar with Yext? So like Yext is a service that, here, I want to show what it is. So Yext is a pretty big service. So they basically are like an online listing management service. So businesses go here and they pay Yext to manage everywhere their business is listed online, to make sure all the information matches, that it's correct, that it's updated. So this is a natural service to add in to Google Business Profile Management, because that is part of the local SEO, making sure all of your listings and that you have listings everywhere and you're all set up. Well, here's what's awesome about HighLevel is you can actually white label a listing service right inside of HighLevel. So look, if I go over here at the top, there's this tab listings. So this is a service that I can sign my client up for. The wholesale price of this is $30. But it will do listing management, premium backlinks, sync functionality, duplicate suppression. And I can charge my client whatever I want. It's just going to cost $30. I can charge them $99, $199, whatever for this almost exact same service as Yext, but inside of HighLevel, and I'm providing it for them, right? And if you use something like the HighLevel prospecting tool, which I don't think I have set up in this account. Let me look. Nope. I think it's in my Tom's. Oh no, it's in the. Let me show you this. If you go in, well, here I can just do it in the agency. If you're using the prospecting tool to find leads and generate reports, right? Inside the marketing audit report that HighLevel generates, there is a section called listings. This is in here to help you sell this service that they offer. So you can see this one's 75%. That's pretty good. I wonder if we can find one that is not good in my list here. But I will use that section of the report to recommend listing services for clients. So let's see if we can find a good one. Here, let's look at this report. Oh yeah, so you can see on this one, their listings are only 43% accurate. So they could really use this service, right? So, and it shows where they're listed right now, but there's a bunch of places where they're not listed at all. Look at all these places they're not listed. So if they were to sign up for the listing service through me, they would get listings on all these. It'd be monitored, fulfilled, all of that stuff. So this is a great add-on service that you can do with that. All right. Okay. Let me see. Are there any questions about anything that I've covered so far? Oh, Dorn said, Tom, can you show the updates to the heat map? Yeah, Dorn, I can show that. Here. Let me share my screen here. If I can find the right button. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Let me go back. We will get there eventually. Okay, so here we are. Let me go back. I'm going to go back to this. Was it the Spa Aqua? Is that where we were at? Let me find a good one down here. Here, let's do this one. D&B Electric. So here's the report, right? So what he's talking about here is not only do we see listings like, look, this one is even worse, right? 32%. But we can also see their online reputation. Like they need help here. They're only 60% here. Here's their website performance. And then if I go down to SEO analysis or refresh. Let me refresh it so we get accurate information. This may take just a moment. Chandra, so yeah, so the wholesale price is $30. The wholesale price to do the listing management to you is $30. You can charge whatever you want, but HighLevel charges $30. Oh yeah, it is loading a little slow. Well, we'll just let this load here and then I'll show it Doran when it comes back here as well. And I know the listing service used to be Yext and HighLevel, but I don't know that it still is. If you go here, let me go into a sub account. I mean, this will run and then it'll come back. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I think I did want to be in the agency account. One thing I noticed the other day when I was in here, so in your agency dashboard, this is the reselling tab. These are all the things that you can mark up and resell directly through HighLevel. So if you have a SaaS plan and you're selling like go high level, like a SaaS go HighLevel, these are all things that you can just turn on and mark up and people can buy them right from inside their sub account. But one of the things on here is listings. And one of the things I noticed the other day was that this says that it's powered by Uberall, which I don't know if that's like, is that who owns Yext or is this a different company? But basically what you can do here is you can decide like, this is how much more I want to charge. So again, a basic plan will cost you $30 a month, but now you're charging the client $140 and you're making $110. But to do this type of thing, you have to have a SaaS account and you would want to be selling SaaS to your clients. But you can just sell the service on its own without doing any of this, just by telling them, hey, I have a listing service. This is what I charge. And then when they sign up, you just go into their sub account, set it up for them. Make sense to everybody? Okay. Let me go in here and see if this report generated. It's still working on it. I generated this report a long time ago, so let's see if it picked up any. Nope, it's still generating. Here, I can show you on one of the newer ones. So this is one I ran more recently, I think. So what Dorn is talking about is down here in the SEO analysis, they have this new local SEO heat map. So you can see it actually shows the client and what their rankings are. So you can see this is who's showing up number one, who's showing up number two. And then like the client here is not showing up, right? So this will track the heat map and show them in their area, what areas, where they're showing in the rankings based on their information. So I know, Dorn, you use this a lot to close these types of deals, right? Showing them this heat map, things like that. I don't know if this is a good example of one. Okay. Awesome. Let me see if there's anything else I want to go over in here. I think I pretty much covered this all. And again, the thing about this service, everybody, is every business either has or should have a Google business profile, and every business should have it claimed. By now, most businesses know they need one, or maybe they've tried to claim it and had trouble, or they've claimed it, but they don't know what else to do with it. So this is I know it is a very boring service, but this is a very high need service that is perfect if you're looking for that first service to try to break into and get your feet wet and get some confidence with. Because again, every business needs it. They understand it. It's a pretty easy conversation. And you can use it to sell monthly recurring or one time. And you can use it to sell additional services as well. All right. So awesome. Fantastic. Okay, well, that's it for the main part of the training. I want to go through some shark shout outs, some accountability check-ins, and then we'll spend the rest of the time just kind of answering your questions. So first up, I want to give a big shout out to all the sharks who did their accountability check-ins. Thank you. I love seeing this every week. I love seeing people post in the Facebook group, holding themselves accountable. So really big shout out to all these sharks right here. These are usually the people you see in the wins, and there's no coincidence in that, right? Like the people holding themselves accountable are the ones staying tight. Big shout out to Rosina, who got another Smart Directory AI site live. This one was really awesome. It's a niche directory. I don't want to give it away, but she shared it in the school group. Looks really awesome, Rosina. And congratulations on the new website deal. That's really awesome as well. Okay, every week we like to celebrate wins in our community. So we're going to do that now. We call them Shark Shoutouts. First up is Patty. Patty got certified as a AEO specialist. So for those of you that may be new to all the jargon, AEO stands for Answer Engine Optimization. So good job, Patty. That is basically AI search, being able to help people with AI search. Next up, Alan shared a total of $6,523 in the month of October for services including social media posting, SEO, website updates, etc. I saw that post in the group, Alan. That was an awesome share. Great wins. Thanks for sharing those. Sarah, after a second Zoom meeting, her client reviewed the pricing and asked to increase the scope to the following. So they asked her to do more stuff for them, and now she's charging them $2,595 a month. And for those of you that maybe don't know much about Sarah, Sarah is very new to all this. She just started her agency this past July. And it just seems like yesterday, Sarah, that you were getting your first client. And then you were like, oh, now I have 3 clients. And now we've got clients that are upgrading and getting bigger. So way to go, Sarah. Awesome, awesome stuff. Next up, Mr. Greg Blackwood picked up another $2,000 a month client. That is a grand total this week of $14,607 generated by you for the week of November 8th through the 14th. That is a grand total since the start of 2025 of $960,888.23. We are so close to crossing 1 million, everybody. If you have wins to share, please share them. Even if they're recurring, you know, a lot of people share their wins, but a lot of these clients are paying them month after month and we don't hear from them again. So make sure you share those as well. We want to get that total over $1 million for this year. We've cracked $1 million every year since we started doing this. So I don't want to be disappointed this year. So congratulations, everybody. Awesome, awesome work there. And again, let me just take that down. If you want... If you want access to the PDF from today's video with all of the options and the components, the pricing guide, there's also some scripts in here that I don't think we really, I thought I had a couple of scripts in here, but maybe not. All the stuff that we're talking about in today's call, again, all you have to do is leave a comment below. I'll shoot you a link to sign up for my Smart AI Launch Lab training. When you sign up for that, it's free. On the thank you page, there's a link that will take you to this doc where you'll be able to download that guide along with a bunch of other documents as well. So it is a win-win situation. So leave a comment below. I can shoot you the link and we can get that going. All right, let's take some questions here to wrap up for this Friday. Anybody have any questions for me today? Let's see. Dorn says, I don't post wins because I don't want to make people cry. Oh, don't be shy, Dorn. Don't be shy. Awesome stuff. There's also a link to download the PDF in the comments as well. If you take a look there, you can get that. Well, somebody said, get it cracked. Yep. Awesome. Okay, I don't see any questions there. Let me kind of look over this and see. Oh, you know, here's something that I could really touch on with this because, you know, I shared this when we started the call, and I want to talk a little bit about this and if you have questions, put them in, and then I'll get to them. But I do want to spend a little more time on this. So, you know, Norm shared this win. I talked about this win, and I think this is really just a great example of kind of what we talk about with the whole directory method and how all of this process works, right? So I would just want to kind of go back through exactly what Norm did here. Okay. So Norm added a bunch of businesses to his directory site. He then sent them through some email automations, letting them know that they had a listing. He also got, he gets people to claim. He also has some people on his team that give those listings courtesy calls to welcome them and just introduce themselves and welcome to the directory. Like, he's building a real relationship builder ecosystem here, right? So people get added to the directory, they get a courtesy call, like, lets them know, it builds up the trust, right? This is a real business. These are real people. They're trying to do this thing to help local businesses. And what they do in that process is they say, look, when we were setting up your listing, we noticed that your Google business profile could be better, and we can help you do that. And so it's a very easy transition and conversation into these services. I'm sure he's also sending out emails to all the businesses like, hey, what's the condition? What's the condition of your Google business profile? Have you checked it lately? Do you know it? Does it need this, this, and this, right? Educational content, getting interest, building up that stuff. And then when we're on those courtesy calls and they're doing all that follow-up, like, people are buying. That's how you get numbers like this, right? These kinds of numbers, especially at that price point, $589, do not just magically happen, right? So if you follow the system and you follow the process, I feel like anybody could absolutely do this. But what happens for most people is they're really just looking for something easy. And when it's not easy right off the bat, they get discouraged and they quit. And I have never found anything that has generated consistent monthly revenue for me, myself, that it's all been, I don't know that it's been hard, but it has definitely not been what I thought of as easy, right? It's required consistent effort, work, different things like that. So look, I just want to use this as a great example of, like, if you follow, like, the process works, right? If you just follow the process, don't overthink it, and put in the time, I feel like anybody can do stuff like this. You just have to consistently work at it day in and day out, right? Until you get there, right? It's in the comments, Kim. If you're watching on YouTube, Cameron posted it in the comment thread. Here, I'll post it on the screen so you guys can go there. It's offlinesharks.com/smart AI lab. offlinesharks.com/smart AI lab. All right, let me scroll down and see if there's any other questions in here. Yes, it is definitely not. I always say this. It's like, sometimes when I'm out in the summer and I see people working outside in the Vegas heat, I think, usually I notice that when I'm, like, particularly griping about the things I have to do, and I think, I don't have it so bad. This is a pretty easy gig. I went there, can't find in all the pages. Margie, it's just an opt-in. What do you mean all the pages? Here, I'm going to walk you guys through this. Hold on. I'm going to walk you through this. So what is it? offlinesharks.com/smart AI lab. Okay, so when you go to that page, you go to that link, it's going to take you to this page. All you do is click on this button, join the free AI Launch Lab, put your name and your email. It will take you, I think there's a video from me, and then it takes you to a thank you page. On the thank you page is the link to that document. So that's all you guys have to do, right? Okay, I know something I can show you guys. Oh, don't look that. Nobody look. No, you weren't supposed to see that. Nobody look at that. I'll show you something that I was working on last night. So I've been talking about this, so I want to show this because I know some people are like, oh my gosh, Tom, like, when is this ever going to be ready? So we've been talking about this. So we have this new feature for Smart Directory AI where you can set up You see it right down here in the corner. See this little orange button? So as you guys know, I'm the least techie person on our team. I actually set this up in about 15 minutes last night. This little widget. So when you pop this open, this is actually a chat widget that you can talk to through your computer. So it uses your computer microphone. And I don't know if I can play the audio settings. Hold on, let me see. Reduce mic background noise. I don't know how to play it. Like, if I play it, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear it. I'm going to try this, though. We're going to try it. We'll see what happens here. Let me see what happens here. Default. Maybe I need to do the MacBook Pro microphone built in. I don't know. Okay. So this is an AI agent. So I'll show you guys this here in a minute. So basically what you can do is like, I was testing this last night. So like if I call this. Hey, Samantha, this is Tom Gaddis. I was interested in your premium listings. Can you tell me a little bit about those? Do you guys hear that or no? Well, I can't do it on my phone because it's through the chat widget. Yeah, but if you go to vegasthrive-directory.com, you'll see it there, and you could test it out. Okay, well, basically what it says is I asked her about the premium listing, and it started telling me what was in the premium listings and how much they were. That's basically what it does there. But let me show you. This is actually very, very easy to set up because we've already created all the AI agents, all the workflows, everything that goes with this. So you basically just install it and boom, it just works. There's just a couple little things you got to edit, very straightforward. But we'll be talking more about this because we're going to be rolling this out to everybody soon. But I'm super excited about this little chat widget. I think this is going to be awesome. So awesome stuff. Sorry you guys couldn't hear that. I know there's on Zoom, I can click and it plays the sound, and on StreamYard, I don't know how to do that yet. I probably just have to Google it and figure it out. Is there a way? Any other questions before we wrap up today's call? We still have to give away some money, so we can do that. I'm just going to see if I can find an answer to this real quick. You can play system sounds on StreamYard. Sharing your entire screen. I think I figured out how to do it, guys. I think I figured out how to do it. Hold on. Never, ever let failure go to your head. Okay, here we go. We got to go to share screen. And then we go. Okay, I'm going to play this real quick. Tell me if you guys hear this.
Hey, you have reached Vegas Thrive. This is Samantha. What's your name and how can I help you today?
Did you guys hear that? Margie, you hear it? Okay. All right. So here, let me just do this real quick for you, and then we'll do that way. I can demo this. Okay. Awesome. So I'm just talking to it through the microphone. So here we go.
Hey, you have reached Vegas Thrive. This is Samantha. What's your name and how can I help you today?
Hey, Samantha, my name's Tom, and I was just curious about the premium listings for your directory site.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for reaching out again. I see we started talking about the premium listings before, but it looks like we didn't get to finish that conversation. Let me pick up where we left off. Our premium package offers some great benefits, like additional images, premium placement, an SEO optimized business description, blogs, events, jobs, Google reviews, Google Map configuration, and optimization, a $299 value. An online visibility report, $99 value. A 30-second custom video, $299 value. And one blog post per month, $75 value. All of this is available for just $250 per year. Would you like to upgrade your listing now? Or do you have any specific questions about the package?
No questions, but can I add my business to your directory site with you?
Absolutely, Tom. I can help you get your business added to our directory. Let's start with a few details. Could you share the name of your business?
Tom's Magic Shop?
Got it. Tom's Magic Shop. Are you the owner of the business?
Yes.
Thanks for confirming. Next, could you provide the email?
Here, I'm not going to go through more of that, but you guys can see where this is going, right? Like, this is obviously the inbound AI agent. We also have an outbound agent. So when you go into here, I'll click on this directory. When I go into the AI agent section, you'll see that there are two agents that are created, one for inbound and one for outbound. And all of this stuff is pre-built out, already set up. Again, all the workflows, everything you just install. We're going to deliver it via a snapshot. So you'll just install a snapshot and then you'll have all of this stuff as well. And you'll be able to, go in and edit it. Also, we also have a knowledge base that comes with it, all that stuff as well. So very, very soon, I was putting some final testing on this. So I'm really excited about this. Dorn, I know you're talking about the, the way that it sounds, but when OpenAI was at Dallas talking to the high level people, one of the things they said is that the technology already exists to make it perfect, but they deliberately don't do it because that opens up a lot of ethical dilemmas and it opens up a lot of space for unethical stuff. So if you're waiting for it to be perfect, I don't know that it ever will be because I don't know how many times the open AI guy said, but for safety reasons, we don't do that. But for safety, we don't do that. Oh, well, we could do that. It would have to go through the safety department. So, like, they have a safety department, and any new function or feature has to clear safety before it can be rolled out anywhere. So, I don't know. We'll see how that all kind of goes. But you can pick different voices and all that stuff as well. I just went with the basic one there. So awesome. Well, let me see. I don't have the outbound agent connected. So yeah, no, I don't have the outbound. I don't have a setup to do that. But you guys will be hearing more about it. By the way, this is all just included for current active smart directory AI users. Yeah, Michael, that's another thing that's in testing right now is the menu system. So, Michael, one of the things with the menu system, and I'll just tell you this, why this particular thing is taking some time is because it is a complete overhaul of how the menu works. And once if you have a smart directory AI site set up, you will have to transition to the new menu builder and you're going to have to probably restructure some things because the old menu and the new menu work differently. So we just have to make sure that everything is in place so that if you do that, it doesn't, like, it's as easy as possible, right? And once you move to the new menu builder, then like you're good, but there will be some transition for anybody on the old menu builder. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Nope. All right. Well, look, everybody, again, if you want to grab this guide, if you want to, where did it go? If you want to grab this guide for the lazy AI riches, all you have to do is drop a comment below the video. I'll send a link for you to sign up to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. On the thank you page, you'll get a link to download this and a whole bunch of other bonuses as well, not just this one. So I'll get that to you. Just leave a link below. I hope you enjoyed today's training. If you have questions, put them in the comments as well. I read every comment. I respond to all the comments. It's me. It's not somebody on the team doing it. I'm actually the one responding there. So if you have a question, post it in. I'm happy to answer it. Also, like, subscribe, turn on notifications to the channel. Really appreciate that as well. And look, let's give away some Cash App money. I almost forgot. Let me find it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I almost forgot this part, guys. Oh, here it is. Okay, if you just put in hashtag lazy AI, put in hashtag lazy AI, and I'm going to do a drawing here in just a minute, and we're going to give away two $25 Cash App gift cards. I see them coming up. There's 10 people, 14. Put them in. Put them in. Hashtag lazy AI, wherever you're watching. You only can put it in once. It doesn't register you more if you put it in more than once. So just stick it in once. That's always good. Okay. All right. I am going to draw the first $25 Cash App winner. Our first winner is... This giveaway feature of StreamYard is so awesome. Hey, Michael Manjan. Congratulations, Michael. All right, this is your last chance to get in hashtag lazy AI. Hashtag lazy AI. All right, I saw one person got in. We had 41, now I have 42. All right, here we go. We're going to draw again. Our final winner for $25 in Cash App money is... Hey, Lori. Congratulations, Lori. All right, the team took note. If you guys want, you can just submit a ticket. They will get you squared away. Okay, again, if you want to grab the PDF of today's training, as well as get links to all these other great bonus PDFs and training videos, all I need you to do is leave a comment below this video. I will send you a link to my Smart AI Launch Lab training. Sign up on the thank you page. You'll get a link to this PDF and all those other bonus PDFs as well, just for leaving a comment. I really appreciate that. Thanks again for watching this video. If you have questions or anything like that, put those in the comments as well. I respond to all the comments. That's me in there, not somebody from the team. So put them in. I will do my best to answer them for you. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.